Hey everyone, Cheapskate Mechanic here. Today I'm going to be working on my 1999 Polaris Magnum 325 4x4. There's a few things that need to be done to it. Brakes, clean the carb, touch up the plastics, fasten them, and the main one, brakes and tires. And what we're going to be working on today is getting the carb off and cleaning the jets inside the carb. To get to the carb, you just take the seat off and this air box cover. Take these clips off and you could take it right off. The next thing you do is take air filter off. That comes easily off, but here's a screw on plastic piece here. And to unscrew that, there we go, comes right off. And then you have a bolt here and a bolt here. Take those off and you could take this box right off. And the next step is going to be, first let's get these off. There we go. Now we can take this off. It's a little difficult to take it off for right here, but if you could get your box up on top of that piece, then you could pull it right off. And there's a breather tube there, and a drainage tube. Put that to the side. We now need to take this. Oh, you can't see that. There's a tube there that you need to take off next, which is this right here. But there is a flathead. I'll try and get this breather tube out of the way. Can't see it, but there is a flathead screw behind this tube to get that clamp off. Grab my flathead screwdriver so I can show you guys a little bit better. I'll get the screwdriver on. There, got it. But there is I can't really. Let's try this. See my screwdriver there? If I move it, you can see it somewhat. But there is, I think you get the point, but there's a flathead screwdriver that will get you off. I'll get this clamp off and I'll be right back. There we go, I got it off, but there's a hex head on there. Oh, camera's not focusing. But there's a hex head and a flathead. To get that piece off, put that to the side. And then the next thing is Phillips. There's a Phillips head right there. Oh, past it. Right there. If you can see it. I'll get my Phillips head and I'll be right back. There we go, I got my Phillips head. Get that off. Zoom you guys in. But you should be able to get that off. I'll unscrew this and I'll be right back. There we go, I got that clamp loose. Now we're just gonna get all these connections off, like choke, sorry, the choke, the throttle, and the breather tubes. Here's one, and on the other end is one. I'll get my tools here, and I'll show you guys how to get those off. I can't get my... This is a 7/16, and I cannot get it on there enough so I could turn it. So I'm gonna take all the other connections off, that way I could take the carb off as far as I can. So right there is a hose clamp for the fuel line. And I'll show you on the other side. On the other side here is a breather, another breather tube on the right here. This hose right here, take that off you too. But I'm gonna take my fuel line off, get that out of the way. Take my fuel line off, and then I'll take, if I can, I'll try and keep this breather tube on. I don't know why it has so many breather tubes, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna try and get those off, and yeah, I'll try see how far I can get my wrench on there then, so I could take it off. So I will get my pliers here. I grab my longer ones. You know what? I'll set up my tripod and set you guys up over there. I'll be right back. And after I set this up. There we go, I got my tripod set up now. I don't know how well you can hear me, but if you can see that. Take that clamp off. And I'm just gonna grab my flathead screwdriver and push, don't wreck it, but I'm gonna push off the fuel hose. For this part, you may want to make sure that your fuel is off, otherwise it's gonna give a mess. Because I've done it on a different project where I forgot to turn off the fuel and add fuel everywhere. And it's not fun to clean up, so I would suggest turning your fuel off right now, or before you take it off. But I think on the other side, got my breather tube here. I gotta find my clamp. Okay, actually, I'm gonna see if I can get my... Oh, there's actually a fuel or another hose in here, but you can't get to it. It's this hose right here. Goes in through this foam and then onto the top of the carb. And I'm gonna try and somehow get this clamp off. I think, yeah, if you can rotate the hose clamp, it'll come right off, apparently. I hope you can hear me. I don't have a mic right now, so I will order me some of those yet. But yeah, and then that part just slides right off with a little bit of struggling. Got it. Comes right off. I am struggling to get this carb off. There's something still holding it. Oh. I forgot to move my clamp. My clamp is still in the way. I'm gonna get that clamp off, and I'll begin again. There we go, I got my carb loose now, but to get it off, you need the gas tank bolts off to get this foam piece off. So I'll get these two bolts off, and then, nope, that one. It's 7/16 for mine. I will get these bolts off, and then the carb should come right off. They're quite long bolts, about 3 inches long, but they go right straight through the foam, so it's perfect. There we go, your foam piece should come right off. If I had to lift my gas tank a bit, put that to the side with the rest of the parts, and then your carb should come right out. And I have a hose now in my way, but I will get this yellow, well, it's not very yellow anymore, but I'll get that hose off, and then should make this job a little bit easier. There we go. That was easy. I just wiggle them a bit, and then they come right off. But another thing holding us back is our throttle cable. But now we can also turn the carb that way, and now we can get to it. I'll set you guys up on this side. I'm gonna get my throttle cable off now, and to get to there, you take off 4 Phillips head bolts. There's one down there, one there, and there. I took my 3 of them off. Let's get the last one off. Get into the throttle cable. Okay, my camera's slipping here. There. Get the throttle cable case off. There we go, it just comes off like that. And then I'll just put all my bolts into the little cap. And then to get the throttle cable off, to do it, you have to push this up, and then you can wiggle this gold cap out. I'm gonna get a better grip on it and I'll show you guys a little bit better. There we go, I got it out. You could just use your nails to take it out, and then the gold cap, try and do it so you guys can still see. Oh, okay, let's get that gold cap off. Oh, mine fell. To get that gold cap off, here, let's get it to focus. But anyway, okay. It's not focusing, but the gold cap comes off, just slides right out, and then your other cable just sits inside of this, and the cable goes through there. So anyway, the gold cap has to come off, and then the next step to get that off is this up here. You're gonna have to unscrew that, and then it just, once I'm done that, I'll show you guys what to do next. This is you're gonna need a 9mm for this. 9mm wrench. I will be right back. Gotta just work that, oh sorry, this is all falling here, but gotta just work it off, and it'll take a while, so I'll put you guys in fast forward, and I'll get the bolt off. I'll thread it off, and then once I'm done, I'll take you guys out of fast forward. There we go, mine came right out. It's not focusing. You just pull, once you have it unthreaded, you just pull it right out of there. Alright, now one step closer to taking it off. I think what I'm gonna do next is take this off. I think I'll take it off after all. I'll get you guys set up on the other side, and we'll take it off. For this next step, you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver and get it into there. And then just unscrew that. I think you get it, but take that, unscrew that, and then I think we should be able to get it enough out of the way where we can get the carb off. And then the next we'll take the choke cable off, but right now let's get that the clamp off. I'll quickly do that. There, I got mine off. It just comes, it's a flathead screwdriver. We'll get that off, and then you can wiggle that off. But the next step is, pretty sure this is a 7/16, so I'll grab my, oh, actually, I might even be able to get it off like this, with a bit of maneuvering. Yeah, I can. Okay, you can actually push it out, because here's that one piece that was in there. You just grab it here and just wiggle it out until it gets out. Yeah, just wiggle that out. There we go. I got it out. Add that to the pile of parts. Oh, that just fell. Whatever. I need to go back over here. And I think now we can get the carb off enough to where we can get that choke cable off. So let's do that. I'll get you set back up onto the tripod. There we go, I got back on the tripod. But let's try and get this carb out. Oh, I still got the breather. Yeah, I got one breather tube still on the other side. So let's take that off quickly. You just need your pliers. And then there's just a hose clamp. Just like the fuel line. And then again, just push off your fuel line. Well, it's a fuel line, but it's for breather. I'll grab my flatheads. Oh, got my flathead screwdriver right here. Oh, I'll get the hose off, and I'll show you the next step. There we go, I got that off now. So that was a bit of a struggle, but hey, I got it off. Okay, so now what I need to do next is try and turn this carb so I can get to that gold nut or whatever you want to call it, and then I can turn. Let's get that throttle cable out of the way. Nope. Pretty sure it's a 1/2 inch. Yes, it is. You'll need a 1/2 inch wrench to get that off. I am not getting a good grip on that. You know what? I'll get it off to where I can show you guys, but right now I can't get a good grip on it, so I'll try to get a good grip on it first, and I'll be back. Be right back. I have a needle nose plier here that seems to be working for me, slow and steady. But I don't recommend doing this because it's stripping out, so I'll try and get this off. It's coming off slow and steady, so I'll take that off and I'll be right back. We should be able to take the carb right off after taking that bolt off. So yeah, I'll take that off and then we'll take the carb and go inside and clean it. Okay, so I got mine off. It should just come right out. Just be sure you don't lose those pieces. I'll gently put it down there. But now we have the carb off. Let's take it inside and clean it. There we go, we're inside now. I'm gonna go ahead and take my carb apart. So this is your idle screw is at the, oh, you can't see that, there we go. Idle screw is at the bottom of the carb. So this is the bottom bowl. So we're gonna take that off because that's where our jets are. Oh, these are very tight. They should not be that tight. Never ever should they be this tight, but they are. I will grab me some vice grips and I'll try and get those off. There we go. I didn't grab vice grips after all. I just grabbed pliers. Let's see if that works. If not, I will grab vice grips. Yeah, I think I'll need vice grips. I'll be right back. There, I got my vice grips. They shouldn't ever be this tight. So whoever was in this carb last made this way too tight. Oh boy, not even that wants to work. I have no idea how I'm gonna get into this bowl, but I will figure it out. Hey, I got one screw out. Okay, that one works. There we go. Oh, there. There we go. I actually got one screw out. Oh, a second one got loose. Okay. It's just those two that somebody stripped out. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and figure out how to get those off. I'll just lay those screws to the side. I'll try my vice grips again. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to get new screws after this. This isn't working. I have no idea who or why they made them so tight. And this is not good because now I can't clean my jets. How could I? I will go grab a bigger Phillips screwdriver. I'll see if these work. They're completely stripped out. Oh boy. This is making the job a lot harder, so. Hey, it's moving. It's actually coming out. Sweet. Let's try this one again. I can't get a good grip on this screw head. I think this one is moving too now. Oh, it is. Okay, good. I think I'll order new bolts. Actually, I might even have some here. Sweet, now they came out. Okay. They should never be that tight. Never, ever. So whoever was in here, they probably used an impact driver just because the screws were stripped out. So my guess is they used an impact driver to tighten it. And they should only be hand tight, so that's way too tight. Because this screw for sure is garbage. There we go. But should come right off. If not, you just give it a little tap with a screwdriver handle. It should come right off. It's a little bit varnished. Or like it has like a little bit of a varnish layer or whatever. Let's get that cleaned out. Grab me a piece of blue shop towel. And then I'll grab my 3-in-1 silicone lubricant or brake cleaner and just spray it like that. Let that sit for a bit. I'll try and get it sitting on my screwdriver end here. There. Get. Okay. No, actually. And then just wipe it out with your towel. There we go. Nice and clean. The varnish layer is gone, so we'll set that to the side. And now, to get this jet off and that one in there, you need a small flathead screwdriver and a big one. I got my screwdrivers, my small one. We'll do the small jet first. You gotta try and not strip it out, so grab a big enough flathead screwdriver. You know what? I need one that's a little bit bigger. There we go. I got my jets out. You should be able to see through all the holes through. Oh, you can't see that. So this one you can see through. That is good. But this one you cannot see through. So I'll go. You can't see through it. But I'll go ahead and grab a wire brush, and then I'll use a bristle from that, and then you can clean it. I'll show you how. There we go, I got my bristle right here. I'll just use that and put the jet like this, and you should be able to just play with it a little bit and get the poke myself, but get the bristle to clean it out in there. And once you're done that, grab your brake cleaner and spray through it a bit and clean it out like this. Nope, it's not quite clean because it's spraying out, so clean it a bit more. But you grab your needle like this, cover it like that. There. I don't know if you saw that, but it was spraying downward, which is good because it's cleaning it out then. If you leave a little bit of brake cleaner in there yet, that's a little bit better because it helps it start. But I'll just put my needle back in and just do it till it's just barely tight. Don't over tighten it because then you'll break it like I did. Like that, and that's hand tight. And you should be good to go. There we go. That one's clean too. And we'll just make sure that our float needle is also not clogged. To do that, you just take this out. There we go, I got mine out. I just grabbed my pliers, and all I did is grab the tip of it and pull it out. Your float should come right out. If not, it's probably completely gunked full. As you can see, this one has a little bit of, take it off of there, off the float. This one is very varnished, just like our bowl was. So I'll go ahead and just spray it with the brake cleaner a bit. There. And I'll just wipe it off with our shop towel. Still has a little bit of a green layer to it, but I think that's good. And should be able to see if fuel is getting through. So yep, it's working. Okay, that's good, because it should come out of here, but if you spray in here, it should come out of there like it is, which is good. I mean, it's not clogged. I'm just going to make sure it works with the float. So how you do that is put your float back on. Put this back in. Oh, gotta find the sweet spot. There we go. And put this in, that rod back in. And when the float is all the way, okay, let's flip this. Because when the bowl fills with fuel, the more fuel that goes in the bowl, the more the float goes up. So I'm just gonna push the float all the way up and see if brake cleaner comes through where I put the needle in. And if there is, we're probably gonna have to get a new needle. There, it is working. Good. Because brake cleaner, because now if I spray it in here, you can see it's foaming up there. So that's good. Our brake cleaner is coming through when I have the float up. So, with that being said, this should run now. This should all be good to go. Let's put it back together. And sometimes just clean it off with, actually, no, all the time, you should clean it off with some brake cleaner. Give it a nice layer, but just to clean it off, and just because, as you can see, your hands get dirty from that, which is a good thing. That means you're actually getting somewhere, but you should be able to put it all back together. Yeah, there. That was the right way. But put it all back together. I'll go grab some new screws because these ones are shot, completely stripped out. I'll get this carb put back together. All you do is put these back on, all these bolt screws, whatever you want to call them, back onto the bottom of the bowl, and I'll get new screws, and I'll meet you back outside at the quad. Oh yeah, I got my different bolts now. They're not the same head, but that's okay. I need a different screwdriver. Alright, got a different screwdriver now. Should work. Nope, this bolt does not want to work. Okay, that's okay. I'll try with 2 bolts and see if it'll work. If we can at least get it running. I ended actually losing one of my throttle pieces, like gold cap that goes inside of there to hold the throttle cable. So I'm leaving that open, so I'm gonna get a new piece for there. But let's get those plastics on. But I also decided to actually put it all back together. And I went for supper, and then my phone died as well, so I forgot to record when I came back after supper. So I put the air box and all that back together. And then I had actually forgotten to put this tube that goes to the bottom there to down there. Forgot to put that in, so I had to take the carb back off and put it back, everything back together. So now I have all that back on, but let's get those plastics put on. Nice. One side, let's get the other side. Nice. Both sides on. Let's get the seat put back on, and let's hear it run. There we go. Yeah, let's quickly start it up. I'm gonna start this, kind of hard to hold my phone and start at the same time, so I'm gonna start it and then be right back. There we go, it's running now. I don't know if you can hear me over it, but that was cold start. It didn't show me touching the exhaust, but it runs amazing now. I did end up driving it yesterday for a bit, but the next thing I'm going to be working on is the brakes and oil change. But I did pay $350 for it. Was it worth it? I don't know. We'll find out by the end. Stay tuned for part 2. See you guys in the next one.